So I won't have you give your prediction here. So I'll just kind of run around that trap and ask you what you think it comes down to. What does Super Bowl 58 come down to?
You know, if I'm going to pick one area, I'm going to say that I believe it comes down to San Francisco's run game. That if Brock Purdy and San Francisco have to drop back and throw the ball against that Chiefs secondary, I think it'll be a long day. So key for me is if there's one area that's a little bit weaker with the Chiefs defense, it's stopping the run. That's where San Francisco is built. That to me is where this game is going to hinge. If they can't run the football, I think it's going to be tough. I guess the caveat is I don't think it's going to be a blowout, so I don't think the Chiefs are going to all of a sudden score 35 points in this game. So they could probably still keep it close and maybe win late. But that, to me, is the component that I think is most important.
Yeah, I mean, because everything that you said, how the play-action pass and how it works, for it to click, McCaffrey's got to
right.
I mean, Spagnuolo's got to he knows that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he knows that, but it's not always as easy as, you know, we know they're going to run the football, stop the run. But I think they would feel pretty good if it was like, ball's in Brock Purdy's hands with our secondary, and they've got to throw it every snap.
Yeah.
I think we feel pretty good there.
And, you know, I guess one way to do it is Jedi mind trick the opposition into only running the ball 6 times with running backs. Like, I don't know how that happened. I'm sorry, Baltimore fans, I keep returning to that, but it's just the ultimate head-scratcher is how did that happen in the AFC Championship
The only
game?
thing I say, even though they're a different team this year, we've kind of said it for a couple years, is that it almost seems like there's Patrick Mahomes rules. That when you're playing against Patrick Mahomes in those moments, you go a little bit a different way and a little bit against character because you're like, well, we can't just hand the football off. We'll never be like, we need Lamar to outperform Patrick if we're going to win this game.
Right.
And you get into these modes of panicking and going away from what got you there because you know number 15 on the other side is so good and so special. You feel like you got to do something extra. But, you know, Kyle Shanahan, you know, I think back to, I called that game at Buffalo in New England. You remember that game? It was freezing cold and the wind was 800 miles an hour. And they went into that game and you said, well, this is going to be a running game. But I think Bill Belichick handed the football off like 3 or 4 times in the entire game.
Right.
He was patient enough to go, hey, I'm not going to throw it. I'm not going to make Mac Jones throw it. Josh Allen will throw it. They'll get impatient and try to throw it. New England won that game running the ball 4 times. Can you have that sort of patience if you're Kyle Shanahan to go, this is our game plan. This is what we do. We're going to keep handing it off. We're going to keep pounding and pounding and pounding as long as we're in the game. And like you said, Baltimore got impatient. Can you be patient if you get into one of those kind of games?
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.